And happy Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else may be watching. I'm your play-by-play commentator for tonight's matchup between the St. Vital Junior Victorias and the St. Boniface Riels here from the St. Vital Centennial Arena in St. Vital, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Starting goaltenders tonight for the Victorias, like last Thursday, it's Mason Tebec getting the start. And for the Riels, number 31 in Jesse Morris. Riels looking to get back in the win column for the first time in a game after losing their last one out in the Vics, coming off of a 0-4 weekend where they went 0-2. We got an icing to start things off here. Our game brought to you by Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, Terrico and Goaltenders. Goaltenders, your personal video review service for all goalies that use the service. Terrico, a trusted source of Manitoba producers in the agricultural industry for over 80 years. The Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Here we go, the Vics going down, nice move, pass out in front, and Rubini fanning on the shot. Had a clean opportunity on Morris, and the slot. He sends that down low, it gets back up to White. White back to Rubini. Rubini, the leading point getter on this year's Victoria's team. It's a wraparound chance, and I think we get a face-off there. A stoppage in play with 19:19 left in this game, a ton of period. And we could not get a pregame show out to you today because we were just trying to get our cameras to work, our one camera that we have tonight. Next week we'll be debuting at least 2 cameras on Tuesday night's broadcast, which will have the twisters here. That took a funny bounce behind the net, but it's on the stick of Netchwaduke. He kicks that out to Kaiser. Kaiser sends that down low into the Riel zone. Morris out to leave it for a teammate. Kaiser there to forecheck. Out in front to the point. Can't get the shot off there as Malmish. Shot tipped wide of the net. That one let go by Carter Lee. The Vics with most of the pressure here to start things off. First period has not been too kind to them in the last 2 games. They've allowed 7 first period goals. Of course, the 3 last Thursday night to the Raiders, and 4 in the first period on Sunday in their loss against the Transcon Railer Express. That one gets tipped wide of the net. Chance there off the stick from Carson Dubois. It's along the boards. It's played up to Netchwaduke. Netchwaduke flips that out, and the top line for the Vics, well, one of them is going to get a change. And here go the Riels. The other way, Vitelli tries getting that across to Crossland. Can't. 3 Vics in the corner with him behind the net. Riels send that down low. It's going to be Wirch going off the boards to a teammate. That's going to be picked off. The pass from Seth Halati. Here go the Vics the other way. It's going to be number 13 in Aiden Anderson, player of the month in the MMJHL, the whole entire league for November. It's going to be held in at the line by Wirch. The Riels struggling to get it out, and they still can't. Shot from the point, low, wide on the net. Shot from Dario Macchia. 17:23 remaining here in the first period of play. We're still scoreless, despite both these teams having some looks on net. The Vics with most of them, and speaking of the Vics, I think that one of them might have put a puck out of play. We get exactly that. A face-off. Or no, it went off of a Riels player, so we'll get a face-off just to the right of Jesse Morris on his blocker hand side. This game brought to you by Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Until the end of this month, when you visit one of their store locations, you can get a free Milwaukee Tool coffee mug by using the GShow Productions promo code. Nice stretch pass there to Alessandro Imbrogno, but he gets that poked away. Physical play afterwards, bodying a guy into the boards. Riels now looking to get a chance on net, breaking through the Vics defense. They have possession of it. That one going to be sent across to Hyra. Hyra sent back into the opposite corner. Can't locate a teammate, though, and the Vics clear it out. Tabak couldn't stop that as it went around the net. Riels on the forecheck. That gets played out in front, but not a teammate there. That was Capeless with the pass, and here goes Tyler Rubini, but loses the puck. Forced to check up out the red line and send it in. Nolan Anderson on the forecheck along with Rubini. That shot tipped wide of the net there by Nolan Anderson. Puck along the boards nearest to the Riels bench. It's going to be battled away, dug away by the Victorias, and it seems like they finally have possession of it, but nice stick by the Riels to get it away, and they're going the other way. Number 22 for the Riels in Davis Cole. Battling the player, it's Hines along the boards. Can't stop that though, and the Vics look to transition. Rubini gets it taken away. That one sent in on net. Hines getting the rebound, but sticked away by a Victoria's player. That was Malmus. The Vics going the other way now. That's Lucas Gilson, but gets the puck stolen. Here's Nate Hines. Gets that one whacked away. The Riels have no choice but to clear it in deep. The back once again can't stop that one from rimming past. Nolan Anderson looking to start the breakout. He kicks that to a teammate, and Halati sending that over the glass. With 15:04 left in the period, we're going to get a stoppage and play face-off to the blocker hand side of Mason Tabac. But yeah, until the end of December, folks, with any purchase, if you use the GShow Productions promo code, it has to be in stores at Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, you will receive a free Milwaukee Tool coffee mug with any one of your purchases. Be sure to take advantage before the month ends and the holiday season ends. It's going to be along the boards for Kaiser. He gets knocked down a bit, struggling there. It's Trott along with Cole Davis. Davis gets taken out. Trott takes it to the net, rebounds, and scores! Matthew Trott uncontested, able to put away his own rebound. And just like last Thursday, and on Sunday, although not as early, the Victorias trail once again in the first period to start this game off. 14:36 remaining. Riels off to a 1-0 lead. Draw is going to be won by the Riels. St. Boniface, a team coming into this game 0-2 in the season series against the Victorias. Last time out, they got shellacked, thrashed, whatever word you want to use it, 8-1. That shot blocked. Rebound there, and the net's going to be off its bearings. We will get a face-off, but yeah, the Riels looking to erase the nightmares of the past against St. Vital so far this season. Like I said, last time losing 8-1 out. Last time these two teams played, and it was in the description down below of this broadcast, but it was 6-5 by the Vics. They won this one. It was an absolute thriller. Hoping for the same thing here tonight. First goal, courtesy of Matthew Trott, putting away his own rebound. We're going to get a stoppage again. Ref's not liking how Vitellius set in the dot there, taking the face-off against number 21 in Dario Macchio. Macchio loses it. That's going to be to the point to Hyra. Hyra, his shot, through the point, scores! Through traffic. Aiden Hyra able to put a low shot in net, beating the 5-hole of Mason Tabac. And that's back-to-back goals in just about 20 seconds for this Riels team. And when you're playing the way like the Victorias have played, where you are getting some chances, like the little things like losing face-offs like they did just there, not being able to clear it out, those things come back to haunt you, and they could not get the face-off draw. It's one to the point to Hyra. He had a ton of space to work it. Vic's giving him a ton of respect. He gets it through and beating the 5-hole just of Mason Tabac. Not sure he had the best angle on it. It looked like it was through traffic. That save going to be made by his glove. The glove of Mason Tabac, that is. We will get a stoppage with a 2-0 game now. 13:48 remaining in the first period. Riels lead their rivals from St. Vital. 2-0 here in St. Vital's home barn at the Centennial. Face-off has to wait. Victoria kicked out of the zone now because a player delayed getting off, so it's going to be Rubini taking the draw. Draw is going to be won by no one initially, but finally won by the Riels. Nice jump up in the play by Nolan Anderson. He's looking to go the other way. Feeds that to a teammate in Lucas Gilson, but offside is the call. Getting another stop in play. Face-off this time just outside of the Riels zone, closest to their bench. That side, as you can see. And Nate Hines is going to be going off the ice now. Not quite sure why. We'll have an update on that for you all once we get the news update on it. But still, the Riels lead 2-0. Vist looking to come back strong. Nolan Anderson now. His shot going to be, I believe, deflected off of something. Might have gotten a shot on net, but nonetheless, out of play in the Riels zone. With 13:24 remaining now in this first period game, along with Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, of course, brought to you by Terrico, serving Manitoba producers in the agricultural industry for over 80 years. Visit their website for their great products at terrico.ca today. That draw won by the Vics. It's going to be played back up to the point to Carter Lee. Lee can't get that in deep, though, and it's going to be a turnover, resulting in a Riels rush the other way. Nice defense by Malmus, sticking with his guy. That was Cole Davis coming down the line. Connor Davis being the captain. He's also out there along with him. It's going to be battle won by the Vixen. They look to wheel it out, and they do. Gilson trying to cut through number 10 and Sam Alsip, but couldn't. Puck's going to be played down low from Rubini. Rubini can't cradle that one. Halati back to Rubini now, holding in and at the point. Rubini across to Nolan Anderson, but they couldn't connect. Anderson shielding, gets that to Wirch across to Halati, and he sends that in, signaling a change for the Riels. That puck going to be sent in, beating him to the puck there, and to the slot. Nice wheels by Stipik, but couldn't quite locate his teammate in the slot. Victoria's along the boards trying to battle, and they can't get the puck. It's going to be capeless, can't get it to a teammate, rubbed out along the boards. Wirtz turned over, scores! It ends up on the stick of Cole Grattan. Riels go bang, bang, bang here with just under 8 minutes left, or 8 minutes gone in this first period. And in the last 3 games now for the Victorias, they've allowed 10 total first period goals. A period that's haunted them. Had some chances, but as this game has gone along, as this period has gone along, you can see the Riels not spending as much time in their own end and really doing a good job of counterattacking. When something doesn't go their way, they get the puck right back, locating teammates in high percentage places like we just saw there with Grattan, putting himself in a great position. Capeless with a beautiful pass over to him. And like I said, bang, 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 3-0 lead for the Riels. With 11:47 remaining here, how do the Vics respond? A team that's been on a free fall lately in the standings, now in 6th, and if something doesn't change in this game throughout it, could be losing a 3rd straight. Here go the Riels, sending that down low, pressuring the Vics defense and Reese White, and they do just that. Another teammate in for support there. Jaquette's there, trying to just keep that away from Dubois, and he does, but the clearing attempt, not successful. Dubois back in the corner. That puck taking a funny bounce, not sure if you could see it. But the Vics starting their breakout. It's going to be to Payson Butler. He gets his pocket picked. To back on net, decides to settle things down and cover things up here for another face-off inside of the Victoria zone. Draw's going to be one to the Riels. To the point, that shot unable to get through the traffic. Foot to the corner. Crossland was battling there. He got rubbed out. It's rimmed around to Aiden Anderson now, looking to make something happen. Dumps that in deep. Teammate in Blake Lee couldn't win the race. It's kept in now by number 20 in Carter Lee. That's sent towards the net, but defended nicely by the Riels, and they break out the other way. He sent to the middle. Another chance here for Vitelli. Oh, that's in his skates, though. He sends that towards the front of the net. That slot area exposed for St. Vital early in this game. We're going to get a penalty as well to make matters worse here already. With 10:19 remaining, it's going to be number 20, Carter Lee, going to the box. So the Riels going to be going to a 2-minute power play. Vic's looking to kill it off here. With the face-off to the blocker hand side of Mason to back. Draw's going to be won by the Vics. Jaquette protecting. He tries backhanding that out. Can't quite. It's going to be into the possession of Rubini, though. And Rubini just decides to send that in the opposite corner. Riel's going the other way. It's Davis, but he has his pocket picked by Rubini and sent down once again. The Riels looking to extend their lead to 4-0. A team that started off the season with not that great of a power play, although this team does have a ton of skill on it. And it's sent down once again by the Victorias, as it's been a successful penalty kill for them so far through the first 45 seconds. It's going to be sent across to Matthew Trott. Drops it to a teammate, but nicely defended there by Luke Elliott and sent out of the Vic zone. They go to change, getting fresh legs out. It's number 18 in Blake Lee out there now with Luke Elliott. Elliott looking to forecheck, and the Riels playing keep away from him. They'll look to start things in the breakout, putting that up towards the boards, but Malmus sending it in deep, and a really successful kill for the St. Vital Victorias so far. Riels, last 30 seconds about, going in with a head of steam. Trott gets that to the front of the net again. Rebound there, can't pick up the next one. It's going to be Cole Davis now, retreating. He just holds the line. Neat little backhand saucer to a teammate. The Vics able to have possession and clear it out on a Riels power play that near the bottom of the league, ranking 8th coming into this one. It's been as advertised so far, as the Vics successfully clear it off. Could be something that maybe they could use some momentum to get back in the game. Reese White sending that towards the net. Not to a teammate, though, however. So it's along the boards. Here go the Riels. Down the right side is Vitelli. Gets worse to fall out in front. That one off of a stick. It was Crossland. Didn't get the cleanest shot, but it almost redirected in, it looked like. Score still 3-0. Wirch with the puck now, picking up that loose one to Nolan Anderson. He can't cradle the puck, though. That shot, a bit of a dipper sent wide on Mason to Peck into the neutral zone. Nolan Anderson checked there by Capeless. Retaliation penalty, though, coming to Nolan Anderson, as he did not like Capeless being all up in his grill. Decides to give him a whack, and the refs, usually almost 10 times out of 10, are going to catch that. Nate Hines back to the bench. Looked like it probably might have been a equipment issue, and he's going to go out and join the top unit of Connor Davis, Burknecht, number 19 of Carson Dubois taking the draw. against Jack Kaiser. Dubois going to win the draw. It's up to the point to Birkneck. Birkneck intended for Connor Davis, but can't get it to him. Jack Kaiser playing as the cherry picker. He's going to be the first man in, but Morris able to play the puck past him. The Riels looking to break out the other way. Connor Davis going to take some time to settle down, circling back. Gets that to a teammate. And it's Birkneck. Birkneck just decides to rim that in the St. Vital zone. Jaquette there to meet Hyra. And the Vics get it out successfully. Jack Kaiser and Netchwaduk. And we're going to get a penalty coming up now to the St. Boniface Riels. It's going to be Nate Hines going off for a trip. For the next minute and 22 seconds, we'll have 4-on-4 then, with the Vics getting some power play time with 38 seconds once we do get to their penalty expiring. Draw it to the blocker hand side of Morris, won by the Vics, but nice speed by Capeless to beat him to it. The Vics defenseman couldn't get that past White though, and the Vics taking it the other way. Anderson looked like he tried to delay and stop up, but it's too late. Got taken out by a Riel. The Riel is going the other way. 94 in Gradden sends that across. It's Capeless picking up the loose puck. He has Dubois with him behind the net. Aiden Anderson though there. Nice outlet pass to Butler. Gets that picked off. And the Riels with the chance out in front. Oh, nice save by Quebec. Beautiful. To keep it a 3-0 game. Into the slot. It's Aiden Anderson there. Leaves it for Payson Butler. And the Vics go the other way. What a save by Quebec. That shot in the Riels end now. Saved by Morris. Jaquette sending that down low. None of his teammates there, though, as his forwards got a change. But what a stop there from Mason Quebec. I know it's early on in the game, and there's 2 periods after this, but that might have been a game saver early on. The Riel is just so good around the net, as we've seen here in this game. Third place team heading into this game. The Vics turned it over, but got the puck back. They're back to even strength. Rubini sending that across for a teammate, but unable to be cradled. The Vics on a power play now, as I should say. It's going to be left drop, but unsuccessful to Rubini as Vitali was there to forecheck. It's going to be Nolan Anderson now with 16 seconds, taking it through the neutral zone. Chips it by a defenseman, but can't beat the last one as the Riel is able to get it out. Vic's not going to get anything at all on this power play opportunity. That shot wide of the net from Padua. And we are back to even strength now. 4:49 remaining in this opening period. This game brought to you by Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, Terrico, and Goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. Be sure to check out their website at gordytumelsongoalies.ca. It's going to be covered up there. A loose puck getting to the crease of Jesse Morris as we'll have a face-off to his blocker hand side. Vic's line of Gillison, Kaiser, and Aiden Anderson will be out now. Not a line combination we saw last week. But that draw won by the Riels. It's going to be sent into the neutral zone, into the skate of Gilson. He sends that out wide to Kaiser. Kaiser spins around to protect the puck, and he does. He's getting that down low. It's to the wall. Up to the point where his shot can't get through. And here go the Riels. Pass up the right boards in the neutral zone, but into the Vic's possession now. It's going to be Gilson looking to wheel, but he loses possession of the puck. Turned over at the red line. Hines now his drag. Shot there. Vic's lose the puck. And, oh, a chance there by the Riels. Couldn't capitalize. Vic's lost sight of where it was. They go the other way. Aiden Anderson now. Delane finds a teammate, plays that to the middle. That's picked off, though. And here's Hines the other way. Has a few teammates with him. Nice tie-up of the stick there. Defensive play on the rush by Brady Jaquette to take away that pass from Hines. That's sent down low. Pilati gets that to a teammate. Along the boards, tipped on net. 2 Riels there uncontested. 2 Vics now by the front of the net now. Jaquette sending that to Kaiser. Kaiser just gets that into the Riels zone. Ends up there. The Riels have to break in the other way. Halati past the red line, sends it in. Unable to go deep though as the Riels stop that short. It's up to Trot and he just decides to dump it in to back out to stop it. Riels in on the forecheck. Trot along with some teammates. Vic's able to alleviate an escape. Malmus can't quite get it out, but now the Vics do. It's going to be Machio. Can't quite get by his teammate though, and Luke Elliott, as it disrupted some things. Going to be a board battle. All the boards in the St. Vital bench. Or just outside the St. Vital bench, that is. Little D-to-D, Malmus sent that to Rubini. He sends that in deep himself. As we're into the 9 minutes now of this period. The Riels leading it over the Victorias, the home team, 3-0. All goals coming in the first 9 minutes of this one. Been a trend for the Vics lately. Bad first period starts. Riels can't break out. Can't clear the zone. That cross-ice pass attempt, though, point-to-point picked off by Davis. He beats his man with speed. Davis, oh, can't quite get the clean deke off. Looking for a penalty perhaps on the play, but not going to get it. Did he have a case potentially? We have to take a look at replay to see, but looks like maybe a Vics player got a stick on him. Honestly, I felt like it was too close to call. Maybe he felt that, you know, and I'm sure it did have an effect. A little stick tap on his forearm probably disrupted the deke he wanted to completely. So frustrating for him, but we play on still 3-0 for the St. Boniface Riels. Is proud to be here for our second live stream ever on GShow Productions, your official broadcaster of the MMJHL for this 2023-2024 season. Next game will be paid for. Giving you guys another one free. Some nice guys, the holiday season. It's going to be picked off. Draw pass there, scores! And it's been all pretty much from the slot tonight outside of Hyra's goal. As Capeless goes towards the net, receives a pass that's in his skate initially. Nice draw by him to kick it up to his backhand. Calm, cool, collected. And just roofs that with the backhand. Going to the backhand on Mason Beck. The Vics right now with no answers for Riels' team. That has brought what I don't think the Vics expected for a third straight game, being down huge in the first period of play. Wonder what the discussions will be in the room come intermission. Was turned over. That shot wide, not wide, low. Saved by Tebek as we're into the final minute of the play now in this first period. The Vics looking to get on the board. Can't get into the zone though here. Sent down. Regrouping are the Vics in their own end now. It's played up to Nolan Anderson. Anderson gonna delay. Circling back, just sends that in deep. Just past the red line. So we're gonna get a tie-up along the boards here as time just trying to wind down. Shot there from the slot of Luke Elliott. Tries again, but oh, gonna draw a penalty. Sorry, that was actually Blake Lee who draws it. And for the St. Vital Junior Victorias, I guess a bright spot for them. Looking on the bright side as they'll be on the man advantage to start things off for the second period, where they really do need a quick start if they are going to get back into this game. It's been rinse and repeat, it seems like, by the results for the Vics in the first period these past 3 contests. 10 goals in total given up, or now up to 11 in the first frame in their past 3 games combined. They had their chances early on, couldn't solve Jesse Morris. They had some good chances here and there sprinkled throughout that period, but once again, it's been the defensive woes, not strong down the middle, and that's where the Riels been attacking them. Some bad puck management as well has led to some bad things again, so really shaky start for St. Vital. Fantastic start for the St. Boniface Riels. The St. Boniface going to pile on in the second. Do the Vic start the comeback? Well, you'll have to wait to find out, as we'll be taking a break here for our first intermission, as we'll be back for the second period call on MMJHL game day from St. Vital Centennial Arena. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth. We'll be back here for the second period call when that does come in about 10 minutes or so, folks. So stick with us. You'll see our promo come on the screen now. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, whoever else is watching, to GShow Productions coverage of Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League game day from St. Vital Centennial Arena. The St. Boniface Riels up 4-0 after the first period of play. All four of their goals, coming pretty early on in the period. If we take a look, it was 3 goals that they scored in the first 8 minutes of this one, starting off with that goal by Matthew Trott where he got his own rebound. Hyra, a screenshot from the point, which was on the ice just getting past the 5-hole of Mason Tabak for Hyra's 4th of the year. Cole Gradden receiving a beautiful pass from Easton Capeless where he wasted no time, putting it in the back of the net to make it 3-0 for his 2nd goal of the season. And then Easton Capeless with his 6th goal of the season late into the period, 18:50 in, assisted by Gradden and Matt Smith. The shots in that period were 13-9 or 17-9 in favor of the Riels. Tabak making 13 saves on 17 shots so far. And in terms of the penalties, it was 2 apiece in that period of play, as we saw. But yeah, for the Victorias, like last game, really that we covered, really not doing that great of a job of protecting the middle of their own ice and their own end. And that's something that shored up as that game went along. But as already mentioned numerous times here, like, St. Vital has gotten off to 3 bad starts in a row, and it could potentially cost them another important early season win in the standings, where it's been a bit of a free fall for the junior Victorias. As they were once 4th place in the league, they're now at 6th place in the league. They're 10-9-3 on a 2-game losing streak, in danger of dropping to a 500 record on the dot there with the regulation loss tonight. For the St. Boniface Riels, 3rd place team in the MMJHL. If we take a look at the standings, with their 13-9 record heading into tonight, with a win, they would pass the Charleswood Hawks in the standings with 1 more game played than them after tonight by 1 point, as Charleswood has 27 right now. St. Boniface currently with 26 in the standings. But some fortune for the St. Vital Junior Victorias late in that period in the dying minutes, as it was Luke Elliott drawing a penalty. Sorry, it was Blake Lee drawing a penalty from Cole Davis on a hooking, so the Victorias will be on the man advantage for a 2nd time in this game, putting their 4th-ranked power play in the league to work as we are underway here. Puck in the Victorias, and it's going to be Butler wheeling it. He decides to rim it in deep. First to the puck there was Gillison. Gillison protecting now, gets that to Netchwaduk. Up to the point to Butler. Butler shot, rebound, no one there for the Vics to get it. Rubini playing that Nichaporik to Netchwaduk. That gets to the slot, shot, scores! Caden Nichaporik was hovering around where that puck ended up being, goes to the right place and roofs it on Jesse Morris to get the Vics in this game, back in this game here early. Well, maybe not quite back in this game yet, as they still are down by 3, but it is a great start for St. Vital. As talked about, had to get off to a fast one if they want any chance to maybe get back in this game. It comes on the power play. Use the man advantage to their advantage. 4th ranked heading into this game, as I said. And we're going to get another one coming up, this time to the St. Vital Junior Victorias, as Jack Kaiser will be going off for a tripping penalty. Getting tangled up, so The Vics on the opposite end of special teams now going to the penalty kill, where for the Victorias, the PK's been pretty good too, ranking 5th in the league at 83%. That shot tipped and saved by Tebek. 83.5% they are on the power play. We take a look at the Riels statistics on special teams. Not that great if you look at it. 8th on the power play at 14% heading into this one, and their penalty kill at 77.7%, ranking 9th. But they have a chance on a power play unit that hasn't really gotten anything going so far against a good Vicks penalty kill. That one's going to be turned over, and the Vicks going the other way now. Kaiser pokes that to Rubini. Deke. Oh, he can't quite bury it. Can't quite finish on Morris. So it remains a 4-1 game. Here go the Riels going the other way. Hyra, drop pass. Fend on the shot at first. Can't get that through. Vicks, get it out. And the Riels going to calmly take this in from the neutral zone. That pass to the point to Captain Connor Davis. He brings it in now. Davis goes cross ice. Oh, that can't get a shot on net. The Vicks can't quite clear it. Now they do. Rubini unable to get it past Hines. Hines takes it into the blue line. Out wide to Davis. Davis, his pass towards the middle again, blocked by Malmus. 50 seconds remaining here in the kill. Here's Rubini passing that to Luke Elliott. Back to Rubini, but that one can't find his stick. Rubini going off for a change. The Riels looking to take advantage, but they can't. Luke Elliott, nice try, but can't pickpocket. Hines on his forecheck there on the kill. It's going to be played back to Keating. Keating sends that across to Smith. He fans on the shot, though, or the pass, that is. And it's into the Riel zone. Vicks applying the pressure on this penalty kill. Or they've had a few odd man rushes as well. Chances that they couldn't convert on. It's played down low towards the front of the net. Scrambler scores! And just like the Vicks, a loose puck in front. A lot of bodies there. It was tough to see. But, yeah, it was Sam Alsip finding that loose puck, putting it away, just beating Mason Tebek with the shot. And it's back to a 5-1 game now for the St. Boniface Riels, or back to a 4-point lead, as I should say. This game brought to you, of course, by Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Riels having some trouble breaking it out. They finally do. Azucat left that for a teammate in Gillison, and Gillison looking to wheel up the ice now through the neutral zone, gets that to a teammate in Kaiser. Kaiser using his body, reverse hit there on number 27 and Dylan Bricknecht. Payson Butler on it now. He sends that down low to Kaiser. Kaiser gets that poked away from him. And we will get a stoppage on play here with the net off. In the Riels zone with 16:31 remaining here in the second period. Riels regaining their 4-goal lead just moments ago off of the power play goal by Sam Alsip. Draw's going to be won initially by the Riels, but into the possession of the Vicks. Aiden Anderson tries dragging past Keating, but can't. And here go the Riels getting it out. Played up to Lee to Anderson. Anderson shot high of the net. Aiden Anderson sending that down low almost for Blake Lee. Lee now with the puck, sends that to the point for Malmus, shot wide of the net. And the Riels taking it the other way now. A 2-on-1 coming down the other way, shot, nice save made on the outside blocker side of Mason Tebek. So we'll get a face-off inside of the big zone with just over 4 minutes played here. in the second period of play. Riels leading, of course, 5-1. Draw is going to be a tie-up in the face-off circle. It's going to be played down low. Riels on the forecheck, trying to keep the Vics hem. The Vics trying to do something to alleviate. Nice D-to-D pass off of the boards. But the Riels keep it in. Here's a shot. Capeless. Can't quite beat to back. Rebound. Contested by the Vics. Nicely couldn't get through. Vics going the other way. Now it's Gillison trying to take it wide. Oh, cuts in on the defense, but didn't have the right control on that deke to pull it off as it went too far for him to complete the move. It's Capeless now in the neutral zone. Nice pass up the middle to Smith. His shot wide of the net from in the high slot. Sent to Nolan Anderson now. Not cleanly out. Riels still with possession of it in the neutral zone. Can't quite get that one in deep. It's going to be Rubini kicking that out to Gillison, trying to protect, but nice body there from Alsip to eliminate him from the puck. Vics get past the red line, dump it in, hops over the stick of Morris. And Brodno there had his eyes on the hit, connects. Shot blocked out of the Riels zone now. Seth Halati back. Plays that off the boards. Another teammate plays it off the boards, but couldn't get past Sam Alsip. As the Riels in now looking to attack at the point. Sent in deep by Alsip. Riels now controlling from point to down low. Possession of Alsip. Actually, might actually be Carson Dubois at the point, or no, Ethan Alsip, as I should say, not Sam. Two players with the same name on this team. That one deflected high of the net. Hines now with it. Sends that down low for a teammate I cannot quite make out who it is. But he gets rubbed out along the boards. The Vics get possession of it. Looking to break out the other way. Into the neutral zone. Vics regrouping in their own end. St. Vital getting that poked away was Halati, but Jaquette there for support picks up the puck. Jaquette wheeling through the zone. And it gets taken away. It's into the neutral zone now, into the Vic zone. Vitali dropped it, shot wide from a teammate. It's the Riels getting physical along the boards. Possession of the puck. That save made nicely by the left pad of Tabac. Keep it a 5-1 game, not a 6-1 game as it could have been. It's Reese White trying to start a breakout now for a Vics team that still can't get it out. Keating goes jumping. See gloves that and knocks it down. Keating, nice pass through the legs of Kaser. A stretch pass. Teammate sending it across for one. Can't quite make out the names. That shot blocked there by Wirch. As I believe it's Connor Davis's line out right now for this Riels team as they continue to go to work. It's been relentless pressure from them, keeping them in the Vics in their own end. It's really making it tough for them to go up the wall. He's battling, and he finally plays that off the boards, just out of the reach of Nechwaduk though, and the Riels quickly go back into the Vic zone. Loose puck though, it's going to be turned over by White. Puck can't be played to the net. Vics now trying to get that out. Another turnover. It's Kaser who's unclean with the puck. And in at the line, it's Davis holding in with a stick check. Dubois now getting that in deep, challenging Kaser. They bump bodies. It's going to be played back to the point for Keating. Nice move by him, strong along the boards to get past Nechwaduk as he still controls the puck. Keating looking for options, goes cross ice. Can't get it cleanly there for Trott. Trott down low for a teammate as the Riels now going on that low cycle. It's sent down deep to Dubois, opening up a seam for Trott. Can't get that to the front of the net for a teammate. Reese White sending that across to Malmus. And Malmus finally getting that up. The Vics finally getting off for a change as that line that's relied on so heavily as of late of Butler, Kaser, and Etchwaduk go off for a change. This down all the way And we did actually get a goaltending change, ladies and gentlemen, in the Vicks net. It's Nicholas Jarris that's now in goal for the Vicks. Mason Quebec's night is over. He gave up at least 4 goals. I think Nicholas might have been in for that 5th goal. Puck turned over by the Vicks. Not strong enough to get it out. The crowd unpleasant with their play right now. Rightfully so, but could this change things? Aiden Anderson tries getting that to a teammate. Crowd calling for a shot. He decided to go for a pass. Vic sending that down low now. They'll look to start some possession time now in the O-zone. But, oh, that one almost getting out. Jaquette just holds it in on the line. So the Vicks can't sustain the zone. It's sent out by the Riels. But the Vicks back in the zone now. It's Aiden Anderson. High delay. D2. Jaquette rebound there. Oh, can't get it on net. Contested nicely. Jaquette with a good rebound created there from the point. Jaquette can't hold it in. One touch pass for the backhand to Halati. It's in the possession of Smith now. Just getting into the zone. No call is going to be made on the play as Smith took a tumble. Pass to the center for Anderson, but that ends up being out of Aiden Anderson's reach. Hyra now off the boards. Bit too much for a teammate in Capeless who's going to go off for a change. Vicks behind their own net looking to start a breakout, and they do. Rubini towards center ice for Nolan Anderson. Loses possession of the puck. Couldn't cradle it cleanly. Just sends it in deep past the red line. It's been a lot of that from the Victorias tonight. A lot of dumps and chases. It hasn't looked cleanly for them in transition. Here go the Riels the other way. Davis, Cole Davis that is, with a shot that was just turned aside by the left shoulder of Nicholas. And here goes Gillison. Lucas Gillison now trying to go cut in on Burknut. Both of them battle. It's Rubini there for support. Picks up the puck. Rubini now towards net. Rebound created. Rubini another chance, but gets a stick taken away by Hines. Hines now going the other way. Protects it wide. Gets a step on Malmus. Hines in tight. Save made by Nicholas. Stoppage in play with 8:38 remaining here. As it's still 5-1 after Nicholas keeping that tight chance out from Nate Hines. But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take this off screen now. Our sponsor for Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, when you use GShow Productions on any one of your purchases, has to be in store, can't be online, but when you're in store, you use GShow Productions with any purchase, you'll receive a free Milwaukee tool mug until the end of this month. So support us, support Milwaukee, and support Mid Canada Fasteners Tools by cashing in on that sweet deal. Vicks just holding it in there, shot wide of the net from Carter Lee. Nichaporek, the only goal scorer for the Vicks this game, sends it down low. Luke Elliott, that shot wide of the net again, no traffic there for a tip for the Vicks. Sent down low from the point by Reese Malmus. And down low again by Ambrogo. Nichaporek lays a hit, but that puck getting by him. Vic stopping it though in the neutral zone, sending it in. It's going to be the other way by the Riels now, sending it in deep into the Vic zone. Reese Malmus going to battle the player. He has support with him as the Vicks send that puck out, but Aiden Hyra stopping it from passing it any further than just the red line and just dumping it in. Nicholas leaving it there for a teammate. Looking to wheel is Carter Lee. Nope, he just plays that off the boards, but oh, no icing on the play. It was originally going to be. Vicks going off for a change, getting fresh legs out there. Payson Butler chasing down that puck. Wasn't kept in possession by Connor Davis. Caserin on a forecheck. Smith with a nice quick pass. To the neutral zone now, as a lot of this period has been played in that zone. A lot of clears, but can't quite get it deep enough. The Riels chip it into the Vic zone. That was Connor Davis who did. Jaquette now. Looked like he was going to go the other way. Ends up going to the left side to Butler. His pass tipped out of midair. Nechwaduk in on the forecheck. He plays that towards the front to Kaiser. Kaiser out in front off of the stick of Morris though. And here go the Riels with speed. in the neutral zone. Nice cut off, though, playing the angle, the gap nicely by Reese White there to cut off his speed. Into the skates, turnover by the Vics. Riels unable to get it in deep. So Vlad Stepek out. Gonna be sent to the point. Shot, deflected. Not sure if Nicholas saw any of that at all. The shot from the point from Burknet. Out in front, and a beautiful save by Nicholas. Whistle isn't blown yet. Vics trying to survive in front of their own net, and they just do, but can't clear it out. Burknet from the point. That save made by the blocker of Nicholas into the corner. And a penalty coming up now for, I believe, it's going to be the Victorias, and there's going to be a fight breaking out again. Not quite sure if you can see it. It's Jaquette on the ground. Also on the ground, I believe it may be Pace and Butler going at it with number 14 and Stepek. No, that was Nechwaduk that got thrown down. And we'll see what the situation gets sorted out to be. But yeah, 3 straight games now for the Vics where there's been a fight of some sorts. That game against Transcona got really chippy on Sunday. There were about 3 scraps that broke out. This could be the first of many in this game between these two rivals. So we got Jaquette in the box for the Vics. Nechwaduk went off ice. Don't believe he got anything. Believe if anything we're going to get coincidentals for this. We're going to remain at 5-on-5 most likely. No, there was a penalty call beforehand. So we'll see what it gets sorted out to be. And looks like Zach Franco having some words with the ref on their bench. And it does look like it will be 5-on-5 actually. It looks like that scrap might have wiped out what would have been a power play opportunity for, well, I'm not quite sure who was going to get it. I think the Vics were maybe going to be going on the penalty kill. So they potentially survived that. 5:33 remaining in this period. The Vics looking break out. They do. It's going to be Gillison. Pass the line. Leaves a drop for Rubini. Rubini, a nice backdoor attempted pass there for Nolan Anderson. Could not quite find his stick, though, a bit in his feet. Here go the Riels the other way. It's Cole Davis wheeling up. Passes the line successfully at first, but it gets cleared out of the Vics end just, but the Riels back on the counterattack on the forecheck. Man out in the slot. That saucer pass can't quite get it there. Number 19 Malmus making it tough there. All he could do on that pass defense. It's going to be turned over. It's Nate Hines now on it. Vics just haven't been able to get this puck out cleanly in this period at all. That shot from the point. Save made, I believe, by Nicholas, but still in possession of the Riels. Taken out in front now. Oh, there's going to be a penalty coming to the Riels, I believe. Looks like there's going to be a fight coming between Hines and couldn't quite make out who that victory was. The ref stopped it right away. Hines with the fishbowl bucket off. He's going to go to the box along with what I believe to be Nolan Anderson. No, Seth Halati ends up going to the box. He was the one sticking up for his teammate. Actually, there's going to be 3 Vics in the box, as Gillison's also going to be going. So very interesting here. I do believe that the Vics will now be on the penalty kill. We'll get some clarification in just a moment. With 4:29 here remaining in the second period of action, the Vics opened the scoring early on the power play, then gave one right back on the penalty kill on the ensuing shift, or couple of shifts, as I should say. But it does look like we are still at 5-on-5. The Vicks having to send a guy out. Connor Mitchell out of this game for the Vicks, by the way. An assistant captain for them. So Vicks with not a full lineup for a third straight game in this one in the MMJHL. For the St. Boniface Riels, they lead this one 5-0. It's Carter Lee getting that in down deep. Blakely, that is. Number 18 and number 20. Often I have them mixed up, but it's in the possession of Carter Lee now. He turns that over. Davis taking it to the net. Backhand. That one, I believe, hit the side of the net on the net Nicholas is occupying. Dario Macchio now with the puck. Looking for options. That pass up to Kaiser, or up to Lee, couldn't quite get there. It's Aiden Anderson. Oh, a save made in high real estate from Jesse Morris. The classic yelling of shoot the puck from the parents beside me. So helpful for the players on ice, my goodness. Does absolutely nothing, but the Riels breaking out the other way. That's going to be an offside on the play. It was Capeless unable to break in cleanly. A teammate, I think, went offside for him. With 3:27 remaining here in the second period. Vicks, for the most part, hemmed in their own zone. A relentless forecheck and pressure from the Riels. And a big reason why they are as high up in the standings as they are, the Riels. Had a chance to talk with Franco early on in the season. He says they like to play with a heavy, relentless forecheck. And a team with 16 returning players to its roster out of a possible 23 players. Looking like this could finally be the year, even though it is still early on, that the Riels not only stay in the playoff picture, but rank pretty high up doing so. But they got to finish this game off. Lots of season left still to play. The Vicks, as we get back to play here, it's Malmet, or Reese White with it, playing up the middle now to Nichaporek. Can't dangle pass. And the Riels looking to go the other way. It's sent up to Capeless. Could add more speed if he didn't fumble it at first. That's sent to a teammate in number 88 in Cole Gradden. We're going to get a stoppage in play as Nicholas covers it up. Nicholas Jarris for the Victorias covering things up here. Face off to his blocker hand side. Face off won by the Riels, up to the point to Hyra. Hyra, his shot can't get through the traffic. Back in the Riels' possession. Along the wall, sending that down low. Go to attack. That shot, it's a nice save by Nicholas Jarris, allowing the Vicks to break out the other way. That one before the red line, and meaning there will be an icing on the call. The Vicks attempted to send that one in deep. Results in a face-off back down in their end. Vicks will be back in action here at home on Tuesday night, by the way, everybody. As they slowly wrap up their 2023 portion of the schedule to take on the Pembina Valley Twisters at 7:30 p.m. St. James, defending champions, will be here next week, 7 days from now on Thursday. Vicks now with an opportunity. Yes, Duke, his shot hits a leg as he tried getting that on net. Tied up along the boards, loses the puck. Was Netchwooduk and Kaiser as the Riels sent it out. Vicks sending it into the zone again. Kaiser there now on the forecheck. Smith just able to get a quick stick on that puck to get it out of danger. Trying to send that in was White, but gets his stick taken away for the redirect. And oh, a bad-looking play. A terrible-looking hit from Kaiser as... Oh, it was more so how he went in, but that is just dangerous from that distance as Smith went head first into the boards. Matt Smith, that is. He's still down, holding his head, or with his head down on the ice. And as his teammates, 3 of them, oh, this looks terrible. But it looks like he will be slowly getting to his feet. And it looks to be a shoulder as he's holding it, his right one that is. Could we have just seen a dislocated shoulder of Matt Smith? If that's the case, hoping for a speedy recovery, hoping that he's able to get back out there soon for the foreseeable games in the future here. Jack Kaiser is going to be assessed with a 5-minute major penalty, being sent to the room. So the Riels will have a 5-minute power play opportunity to control or build on this lead. About 4 to 3 minutes of power play time to start the third period. Vix with a long way to go on this penalty kill in terms of killing this one off. 5 miles, that is. Down 5-1 in this game as we get into the final minute of play soon. It's going to be rimmed around the boards. Can't be held in by number 22 of Cole Davis. Davis sends that to the other Davis and Connor, the captain of this year's Riels team. Can't quite get that in deep. No matter, though, as the puck is still loose in no one's possession. Finally out by the Vix as they clear it. 38 seconds remaining now as Dubois surveys his options. Davis comes back to get him. Connor Davis, that is. And Davis leaves that for Keating. Keating, his pass up the middle to Connor Davis, unable to find him. Surprised Jarris didn't leave that. And are we getting a too many men call on the play? No, we are not. Just going to get a face-off. Inside of the Victoria zone. With 21 seconds remaining now. Draw is going to be won by the Riels, tied up along the boards. With 13 seconds remaining. Trying to cut into the middle, but nice defense there from Malmus on Keating. Keating with the puck back now. Tries getting it to the middle. His shot can't quite get a solid one on net. All in the same, a nice save by Nicholas Jarris. As the Riels will be on the man advantage, the power play of that major penalty from Jack Kaiser for what I assume is boarding to start off this period. The third period of play as the Vix trail 5-1. So, the Vix within that period really had trouble near the start of it breaking out. There were a lot of times within the first half of that period that they were struggling to get it out, getting hemmed in their own zone. The Riels were putting on fantastic pressure, and the Riels also got rewarded with some of that. The Vix getting rewarded on their power play early on. Nichiporek picking up a loose puck and putting it in. Cut the 4-0 lead at the time down to 4-1, but then the Vix take a penalty coming up. And the Riels able to do the exact same thing, picking up a loose puck and putting it in. Jack Kaiser going for the game. Riels on a power play, still a major power play for 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Myself, Graham the GShow Forsyth, will be back along with GShow Productions for the third period call. Brought to you by Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, Terrico, And goaltenders here on Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League game day on GShow Productions. For St. Vital, the Victorias trailing the Riels 5-1 on the penalty kill heading into the third. We'll see you then, folks. Draw's going to be 1. Apologies, we lost our sound there, folks. If you're just joining us, we are just under 2 minutes into the third period of action. Jack Kaiser took a penalty, a 5-minute major at the end of that second period that sent him out of this game. He's kicked out for the remainder of it. It was Nichiporuk from Rubany on the power play to get his first of the season early on, as well as Lucas Gillison assisting 35 seconds into the game, or into the second period. And then about 2 minutes later, Sam Alsop responding on the power play to make it a 4-goal lead for this Riels team once again. Shots 28-14 for the Riels heading into this period. They're still on the power play. Keating can't get that through as it's out of Payson Butler's reach. That pass a bit too much in the air for him to handle. Quite have that hand-eye. And the Riels now breaking out the other way, trying to wheel. It's Hines getting rubbed out along the boards from Jaquette as the Vics clear it down. Aside from a few chances that the Riels have created with their passing on this power play, it's been a pretty good job of the Vics killing it off. As Jesse Morris goes out to stop it with his paddle, sliding on his knees. The Vics cleared it down again. It's Nate Hines wheeling now, trying to get past, and he does. Of his man White, try sending that in front, but nice play defensively, laying out the body. There was Jaquette, fan shot from the point by Birkneck, but nice job to get back and glove that pass down. That clearing attempt by the Vics. Aiden Hyra lets that go. He goes towards the net. Vics unable to get that out. They go the other way now as they get the puck back on their stick. It's Nolan Anderson along with Brady Jaquette hopping up into the play, but nice defensive stick by the Riels to alleviate that on the penalty kill rush against. Chance by the Vics. Up to the point for White. His shot deflected off of a Riels player, but wasn't going anywhere near the net. And so far on this penalty kill, the Vics have done a way better job of clearing than for almost all of their second period, because the Riels hemmed him in. Almost a chance there that they could have had, but Malmus with a nice stick to eliminate it. It's up to the point to Keating, sending that down low for number 7 in Padua, but got that taken away. The Vics trying to get it out. They just do, although it wasn't cleanly. And yeah, but the second period of play for the Vics, they just could not get it past the red line most times. Had trouble getting out of their zone. It was a heavy, relentless forecheck from the Riels, really doing a good job of clogging up the wall where the Vics like to go. And we're going to get another penalty here coming on the play. This time, I believe, coming up to the St. Boniface Riels. And it will be number 15 in Zachary Dominico. The Vics going back to the man advantage. Their lone goal scorer out on ice, and Nichiporuk scoring his first goal of the season. And his first goal as a junior Victoria tonight. So there's any silver lining for any players in this game. For the Vics, it would be him. And Jarris loses his stick trying to recover that off the boards. Riels now with the chances they possess, and they just decide to get back into the neutral zone before dumping it down deep. Jarris still doesn't have his stick. It's behind the net as he's left it. Still can't evacuate the crease to get it, and he's left there still without his stick. It gets rimmed around. Nichiporuk there to meet Vitelli. Stick back in the hands of Jarris now. As Payson Butler with the puck. Looking to get things going here on the attack. Looking to set up as they enter the zone, establishing it. Puck played towards the net. Can't be held in by number 9 in Rubany. And here he goes, wheeling into the zone. Plays that to Netchwaduk. Back to Rubini. And Netchwaduk's pass off of the skates of Rubini. So he was trying to go D to D to number 22 and Jaquette. Jaquette regroups all the way to the back of his net. Surveying for options as the Riels get fresh bodies out. It's going to be played up to Elliott. Elliott gets that up, chips it to Nolan Anderson. Anderson tries getting that to the slot for Aiden, but can't quite find him. Aiden Anderson picking up the puck now, looking at his options. Nice shimmy shake move to get the defender to bite. He wheels in now. He's wide, still protecting, tries getting that to a teammate. Cleared out by the Riels with 10 seconds remaining on the Vicks power play, as that'll do it for them. Goaltenders, your goalies personal video review service, one of our proud sponsors. Be sure to visit their website at GordyTumilsonGoalies.ca to check out what they're all about. Basically a one-on-one Zoom service. But the Riels going the other way. Alsip, his shot. Turned aside, covered up by Nicholas Jarris. With 13:31 remaining in the third period, the Riels still lead, like they did heading into this period, by a score of 5-1. It's nice to see the amount of people, too, here tonight in the MMJHL to watch this game. That shatters a shot attempt of Smith. His stick ends up shattering. It's going to be played down into the Riel zone now. Icing is negated off of the race. Flipped into the zone by, which I believe was Capeless. The Vicks taking it the other way. It's Payson Butler with the puck along the boards. Gets that towards the front of the net. Machio was tied up. And here go the Riels the other way. 2-on-1 chance, shoot, scores! Hines finds Alsip for his second of the game. Vicks get caught with too many men deep. So another rush chance for the Riels, and we've seen this for most of this night. This Riels team making this victorious team pay off of, some bad decisions. This time on a 2-on-1 rush chance, Hines with a beautiful feed across. There's communication you could see pointing to, I believe it was Jaquette telling his guy to take a man, but no matter, as Alsip receives the pass uncontested and roofs it past Nicholas Jarris to make it a 6-1 game now for the St. Boniface Riels. But the Victoria's not going to quit, as it's in deep below the red line now, the goal line in the zone. That shot couldn't quite get a clean shot on net. Vicks tried producing again, but can't. It gets by another defenseman for the Vicks. Another potential 2-on-1 here. Oh, that one in the skates. This time, Netchwaduk plays it up the boards. Riel's in possession of it now. As they'll look to go up ice again. That gets by a defenseman. Connor Davis shoots. Oh, nice save by Nicholas Jarris. And as that goes out of play, we get another stoppage in play with 11:52 remaining in this period. And it's been a lot of that. A lot of these pucks that, are fluttering. They get past the Vicks defense by what it looks like a soft chip. And with the Riel speed, they're able to burn by, creating 2-on-1 chances. And if that wasn't in the skates, we could have seen a lead that 6-1 extend to 7-1. Jaquette rubs shoulders there with Trott in the corner. Trott opening the scoring in this one tonight. 11:26 remaining in this period. It's in the corner below the Riel's net, below the goal line. Closest to us, it's furthest side from our broadcast camera now, as Riels can't quite get it out. Luke Elliott doing a nice job of keeping that in. That almost gets to the front of the net, but unable to result in anything for the Victorias as the Riels start to go the other way. Nice pass up to Connor Davis. Going to take it towards the net. Backhand. Contested nicely by Malmus, and no shot resulted. That towards the middle. Can't find a teammate in Blake Lee. Lee in that line going off for a change. Here's Matt Smith now weaving in his shot just high of that right side. Almost picked that corner. Turned over now. Sent up by Carter Lee, but unable to find a teammate again. Riels doing a good job of defending those passes in the neutral zone in this game. But here's a break for Rubini. Rubini now with a chance. Draws a penalty on the play too. Couldn't quite finish it. That Patton backhand forehand deke. If his shot gets through off of a few different deflections, finally the ref calls a stoppage, as the Vicks will be going back to the power play here. Drawn by the speed of Tyler Rubini getting in behind the Riels defense. We've seen a few of those chances so far in this period for the Victorias, when themselves have been able to break through and get by the Riels D. It just hasn't happened as much, but I'd say it's safe to say the Vicks have had the bulk of the power play chances. Their only goal of the game coming on the power play. And the Riels, for as bad as they've been on the penalty kill this season, done a pretty good job in this game, as well as defensively at even strength, but not really a surprise as they're fifth only in goals allowed per game. Here's the Vicks on the power play. Payson Butler pokes that in. Nichiporek tries to block that clean attempt, but can't. It can't be held in. The Riels get off for a fresh set of legs. It's in behind the net. Netchwood surveying his options before taking off. Past the red line now, trying to take it in wide, but losing a handle on it. He sends that in behind the Riels net. The Riels in possession of it, and they get that out, as Seth Halati has to go chase it down, as Nicholas Jarris leaves it out for him. Halati now decides to take it himself up that right side. It will beat one player, but unable to beat the other, as it's sent down once again into the Victoria's end. Another successful kill so far here for the St. Boniface Riels. Very simple. They've been good in their positioning and doing a good job of not allowing St. Vital to break in cleanly and just dumping that pocket down with precision. Just like that, it's been automatic pretty much all night, except for that one power play the Vicks had where Nichiporek ended up potting the only goal of the night for them. Sent in to the opposite corner from where it was originally shot on that side of the ice. It's Payson Butler now. Shoot, scores! Well, a little shimmy shake from Payson Butler. A little misdirection at the line. And a low shot from high ice at the point ends up beating number 31 and Jesse Morris for the Vicks' second power play goal of the game. Even though the power play really didn't generate much, they take advantage of that one opportunity that Payson Butler has, and nice hands, nice deception from Butler there at the line to create more space for himself, and we got a 6-2 game here with 18:17 remaining in the third period of action. Brady Jaquette wheeling up into the ice now, into the offensive zone. Rubini couldn't quite get that two teammate in the middle as it got deflected and contested. Here goes Capeless, trying to go inside outside on Malmus. Malmus, one of the standout defensemen tonight for the Victorias. Really like his gap play and how tough he's been to play against tonight. Out in front, gets a nice stick on that to alleviate the pressure and sending Tyler Rubini the other way. Rubini shot, tried dragging through, but it ended up wide. Deflecting off of a player, that one sent towards net, but unable to make it. Pass for a shot. Here's Hines now trying to get a step on Reese White, but can't. White playing him well in the corner. That's picked up by Cole Davis, though, in on support. Davis back off the boards to Hines. Hines Getting tied up there. Davis picking up for support again. Has the puck now. Plays that up to the line. That shot through, but a save made by Nicholas Jarris. And looking at the face mask, that might actually be Francois Gagnon. But on the game sheet here as Nicholas Jarris is number 29. Interesting. Hines getting up to the point to Hyra. Hyra back to Hines as he's up high now. Hines, the nice pass to Smith. Deflected on net. Turned aside there by either Jarris or Gagnon. Played up to the point to Hyra. Hyra, his shot to Smith. Smith, blocker save made by Gagnon or Jarris. As back up again to Hines. Finally cleared out, just getting by Hyra a bit. He's able to send that to a teammate in Smith, who just sends it in deep on net. On Jarris or Gagnon, with 6:20 left remaining in this third period of action, Riels leading 6-2. Most recent goal coming from Payson Butler for the Vics on the power play. Their second power play marker of the game, even though it hasn't been a thing of beauty in terms of working around. Hasn't been a very great night for the Vics. They've been outshot, outscored, outplayed for most of this game. And another turnover, another chance off the rush potentially. Vics back, better to defend this time. 4 back instead of 2. And cleared out of the zone off of a miss pass. Here's Brady Jaquette now stepping up into the play. Looking to take it in wide, taking it to the net now. Jaquette driving, draws a penalty in the process. And it'll just be a tripping penalty with 5:45 remaining here in the frame. Of course, GShow Productions, your official broadcaster of the Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League. We're going to be back here on Tuesday night next week for the Vics and Twisters. And we'll be back here Thursday night for our final broadcast of the 2023 portion of the schedule as the back-to-back defending champions St. James Junior Canucks are in town. It's going to be held in at the line by the Vics as they're back on the power play. Netraduk gets shot on net. Looked like it got tipped potentially, but square to the save there was Jesse Morris. Netraduk up on that left side. High ice to Rubini. Sends it back to Netraduk. His shot. Hit a teammate out in front. Rebound there. Loose puck. Who's got it? It's the Vics with control of it. It's up high slot to Netraduk now. Netraduk to Butler. His shot. Wide of the net. But Butler able to hold it in now. Right side. Point now to the middle. Butler. His shot deflected through. Broken stick from Dubois to block it. It's the Riels, because of that, get a clear and a change in players on ice as they get fresh legs out on this penalty kill. With just over a minute remaining, Vics can't quite get it out. Nice hand-eye coordination there to bat it down from a Riels player on the penalty kill. It's up towards Netraduk, taking that wide, leaves it drop to number 16, or number 18 there, as Jack Kaiser was kicked out of the game. It's Blake Lee got his shot deflected out of play. 46 seconds remaining in the power play for the Victorias. Straw's going to be won by the Vics. To the point, won by Brady. He kicks that out wide to Elliott. Elliott back to Jaquette. Jaquette to Nolan Anderson. Anderson, his shot going to be blocked. Can't get by. Nice one by Hyra. Riels get into the neutral zone, although they don't control. 22 seconds remaining now. Aiden Anderson coming in, looking to take it wide, and he does. Tight turning along the board, stopping up high. Sends that across, pass quickly to Jaquette. Through a screen, but can't get on net. 6 seconds remaining now. Aiden Anderson along the line. To Nolan Anderson, back to Jaquette. Vix back to even strength. His shot can't get through as Jaquette's and cleared out there by the Riels. Was Jarris or Gagnon who came out to play that. Nice pass by Nolan Anderson to Blake Lee. Lee's pass can't get there to a teammate. It's back on the stick of Nolan Anderson now. Gets that to Netchwaduk. Netchwaduk down low, tried throwing that out in front, but couldn't. That's back in the neutral zone. Now going to be another turnover, 2-on-1 potentially happening. Shot wide of the net from Connor Davis. Yet another breakdown, another turnover by a Victoria's player that's resulted in a chance like that for the Riels. Netchwaduk, his shot. Going to be wide of the net. Looked like it might have deflected. It sounded like it anyways, deflected off of a pad potentially. As the Riels getting it out, there's going to be a penalty here on the play now. Coming once again to the Riels. Trott not too happy about it, putting his hands up. Probably thinking that Netchwaduk was the one that tied him up first. Ref's catching him tying up Netchwaduk, and that's the way she goes. Trott goes to the box with 2:40 remaining in this contest. And big focus for the Riels. Feel like it's captain obvious, obviously. Hold on to this lead and don't do anything drastically stupid. But for the Victorias, look to finish this game strong, build some positive momentum heading into the weekend. Both these teams will be off tomorrow night, as is tradition with this Thursday night game for the opponents that play. Be back in action Thursday, or on Sunday, that is. The Vics on yet another power play. Both their goals have come there. And Nishipurik, oh, nice chance out in front. Nicely created chance there from Tyler Rubini. Taking that down low. That's exactly what the Riels do here on this kill. Payson Butler almost knocked off balance, but able to survive from Padua. It's going to be up to Tyler Rubini. Tries sending that in deep. Can't. It's Netchwaduk middle. His backhand chance turned aside there by Jesse Morris. With almost a minute gone in the Riels penalty kill. And if we take a look at the upcoming schedule for these two games, for these two teams, as it gets sent out once again by the Riels, the Vics will be back in action at Stonewall Veterans Memorial Complex on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. to take on the Jets. The Jets, second team only to hand the league-leading St. James Junior Canucks a regulation loss, so not going to be an easy one for the Vicks. Looks like they will be dropping their third straight game. Nolan Anderson gets his pocket pick there by number 88 in Cole Gratton, a rookie. And got to credit the Riels, man, coming into this game, coming off of a loss. A team that has struggled in the season series so far this season in the wing column. Here's another chance. That one gets into the pads of Gagnon or Jarris. And the net once again comes off. But yeah, it's been chances like that. Just an aggressive forechecker. An aggressive forechecker has caused some disruption for the Vicks defense. The Vicks as well have not been their cleanest with the pucks, and yeah, the Riels have done a great job on the forecheck, on the rush, making it tough on the Vicks to break out. A big reason why they lead 6-2, and even strength-wise, they've been perfect defensively, as both of the goals they've let up have only come at while they're on the penalty kill. 38 seconds remaining in this one. Riels moments away from win number 14. Vicks moments away from falling to 10-3 on the season. And this one got chippy throughout. You could see the frustration from the Victoria start to pile up. It came to its climax when as Jack Hazer took out frustration there late in the second period, getting ejected and putting the Vics on a 5-minute major penalty kill. But once again, the story for the Vics, I think, to start off this game was just yet another slow start. The Riels with another chance, potentially scores. And it's been a lot of that tonight. And kind of fitting it ends with a chance like that. Vics outnumbered in front of their own net. A tap in basically for Crossland. Beautiful feed from Nate Hines, as he's been great tonight as well. But 7-2 now is the lead for the St. Boniface Riels with just 5 seconds remaining in this one. Well, a while ago, when these two teams played, it was an 8-1 win for the Victorias. This time around, almost the complete opposite. The Riels winning their first game of the season series between these two rivals from across the river. As the Riels win this one 7-2 here tonight in St. Vital. They move to 1-2 on the season series and passing the Charleswood Hawks for second place as of right now in the MMJHL standings. St. Vital, of course, will be in action on Tuesday night, or not Tuesday night, for their next game. They'll be in action on Sunday night in Stonewall to take on the Riels, as they'll be taking a 3-game losing streak heading into that one. And for the St. Boniface Riels, a huge test, a game that could very well decide who's in second place for the time being after this weekend, as they'll be at home at Southdale Arena at 3 p.m. for an afternoon game on Sunday, taking on the Charleswood Hawks, who have a 13-8-1 record heading into this matchup. If we take a look at the final scores here tonight, the shots weren't updated as of yet, but 2 goals in that third period for the St. Boniface Riels. Goals coming courtesy of Crossland with the final one of the game, as you just saw there with a few seconds left. But it was Sam Alsop scoring his second of the game, his 7th to start things off in this third period. Payson Butler, of course, scoring on the power play, his 8th of the season. But yeah, it was Jonah Crossland scoring his 2nd of the season with 5 seconds remaining in this one to add insult to injury for the Victorias. Yeah, in this one, I mean, just recapping a lot of stuff that we saw. It seems like it's been a real tough go so far lately for the Vics in their own end. Their middle coverage in their own end to start 3 games off has not been great. They're not as strong, you know, holding pucks in as they've looked earlier on in the season. A lot of pucks were getting by them. A lot of rush chances were created by St. Boniface. And, you know, a skilled team like St. Vital, they're kind of getting out of their rhythm in terms of being frustrated and taking undisciplined, stupid penalties, unnecessary hits like we saw Jack Hazer take in this game. The penalty kill did a decent job for the most part. The power play sure had 2 goals, but had trouble against a Riels penalty kill, which just shouldn't have been the case. And yeah, I mean, in that second period, it was evident that the Vics just couldn't solve that forecheck of the Riels tonight, like we saw earlier on in the season. And they were hemming them in, made it tough for them to even cross the red line. And credit to the Riels, man. That heavy forecheck, that hard forecheck paid off for them big time tonight. We're going to get into the players of the game now. And yeah, you know what? I thought that this guy had a pretty good game. When we take a look at the Riels, who am I going to pick here? Because there were so many goal scorers that scored in this one. I think that my player of the game was probably going to be a guy that I think stood out maybe the most, and that was Aiden Hire. I mean, doing his job on the defensive side of things, getting rewarded with some offense in this one as well. I mean, he only had about 1 goal in this game, but just liked his overall game, to be honest with you. And for the Victorias, we're going to give it to, what the heck, Nichaporic, scoring his first goal of the season, and his first as a St. Vital Junior Victoria. The final score in this one, the St. Boniface Riels winning 7-2. We'll be back next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., 7:20 pregame show for the Victorias and the Pembina Valley Twisters, as it'll be our second last broadcast of the 2023 portion of the schedule. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Graham the GShow Forsyth. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to this one. Thank you to Mid Canada Fasteners Tools, Terrico, and Cold Tenders for sponsoring. We got a podcast coming out later tonight to do with Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, so if you're interested in that, be sure to tune in. But until next time, for MMJHL Game Day, number 3 from St. Vital Centennial Arena, it's GShow Productions and Graham the GShow Forsyth saying so long, folks. Have a great night. Riels winning this one 7-2 to move into second place, while the Vics continue to fall during this losing streak. Good night, everybody.